Welcome to my Manchester United past and present team. Let's get started. First up at the back, we've got De Gea. I'm going to quickly skip over this one because who really cares about goalkeepers? I definitely don't. He's okay though. Next up at left back, we've got Beckham. It's really weird seeing Beckham at left back. He can also play CDM. Um, yeah, I'm sort of torn on where to play him because he's got quite good stats. I think because his dribbling is a lot lower, it might be best playing him where I played him as a fullback, particularly because his pace is so high. I think he probably is better as a fullback. Um, Although he's got whip pass. No, he's got incisive. Yeah, I think that's probably more of a fullback build. I think he could use some more defensive playstyles though as well. Okay, moving on, we've got Delict. He's getting a little old now, Delict, because he's been out for a while, hasn't he? This is the Delict SBC or something, was it? Or I can't remember what it was. The orange one. Oh no, it's packed. It was the orange one that's been evolutioned. Um, so one thing that is Playstyle Pluses is the quick step. My go-to Playstyle Pluses for centre backs. I've said this a few times. Intercept, anticipate, block, and quick step. So he's got 3 out of the 4. If I could get intercept plus, I think it would be pretty perfect. The the stats aren't bad. They could be a little higher. Next up is Berbatov. He's definitely a new one. He is pretty good though. The stats are quite high. Only 2 playstyle pluses though, which you might say is a negative, but I see it as a positive because it means that he's open for most evolutions. So there's a lot of opportunities to upgrade him. And yeah, really solid stats considering, and he's only 94 overall, which means he's probably open to most evolutions. And at right back is Vidic, who I don't think he is really a fullback. He's more of a CDM, and he can play there. But I just don't have that many fullbacks. I've got 2, which we'll see on the bench later. But I think this guy is better. He does have 2 defensive playstyles: anticipate and slide tackle. But long ball pass and aerial, they're more central players. Plus he's quite big, isn't he? Is he like six? Yeah, he's 6'3". He's massive. I think the best height for a fullback is probably about 6 foot. Tall enough to sort of help with the corners and the crosses and whatnot to head the ball out, but not so high that it sort of slows them down. 6'3" is just too big. Okay, now we're moving to the midfield. First up, we've got James. Also, he's been around for a while, so he's getting a bit old, but he's still pretty good. He can play in a fair few positions, either side of the wing and down the middle. So there's options to where to play him. Sort of weird playstyle pluses though. Technical obviously makes a lot of sense, but I prefer quick step for like the strikers and then rapid for the wingers. I just feel like that works better. Having both is good too, but like if you only have one, incisive is more of a central thing, isn't it? So I would prefer him to have like whip pass. It's still a good card, though. Very pacey, 97 pace. Next up is Charlton. Really good card. This very lucky to get it. I don't know if you saw the short. I was absolutely ecstatic when I got it. He can play centre back. The first time I'm noticing he can play centre back. He's quite small, isn't he? 5'8". 5'8" centre back. Why do they keep doing this? There's a few cards that I've seen they've got centre back. Martinez, that's the other one. He's like 5'9". Why have they given centre back to a 5'9" guy? It makes no sense. Very good stats with centre mids or just central players like CDMs, cams, passing and dribbling are the main two, and he's got good. The defending is actually a lot higher than I was expecting. But yeah, very high stats. Playstyle plus is 3 passing ones, which is my preference for like a centre mid or a cam. He's also got intercept. Yeah, it's interesting. Next up is McTominay. This is the one good card that I've bought. I bought other cards that were like crap and then evolution them up. Like I think was James. No, James wasn't one, but there's a few in there. But he's sort of like the one good card that I bought. McTominay. I was hoping that I'd pack him, but I wasn't lucky enough to pack him, so I was like, I'll just buy him. I can't be bothered. He's too good not to have. Yeah, more of a CDM, I'd say, because his passing and dribbling aren't as high, and his defending's really high. So he's definitely like more of a holding midfielder CDM sort of thing. Playstyles, 2 good passing ones, an intercept, a good defensive one. Low driven shot. I mean, I'm not a big fan. People have slated me in the comments for it, but yeah, I'm not a low driven guy. Particularly because he's more defensive, so he's gonna be playing like holding. He's like a CDM. Why would you want your holding to have low driven? If anything, you want like power shot so he can hit it from outside the box. Which is power shots sort of got nerfed in Defender in December, but it's still better than any of the other options. If you're coming in from the corners, maybe finesse. Next up is Anthony. This is obviously his team of season honorable mentions. He did do good this season. The dribbling, the pace is nice and high. Playstyle wise, finesse shot good, incisive once again no, but rapid plus. So there's two good ones there. I prefer like whip pass than incisive. Incisive's not bad though. It's maybe like the second, but whip pass is just so much more useful, particularly if you've got a big target man in the middle. And up front are two options. First up is Van Persie, very good card. He's getting a bit old now. The shooting's amazing though, 98 shot. Playstyle wise, finesse. I prefer power shot and low driven. I prefer power shot for a central. For the wingers, I like finesse because obviously they're coming in from the corners. But if you're central, I just like the power shot. I know everyone else seems to prefer low driven, but that's just me. Rapid, I prefer quick step. If you see like Mbappe is quick step. That's the way I like him in the middle rather than rapid. And first touch is good though. That's not a bad card. And then Lukaku, who I don't think I've played much with Lukaku, to be honest with you. So he's got really good shooting, quite good stats, very high physical, but he always has. I mean, he's an absolute tank. And then aerial, press proven, and low driven shot. Not amazing play styles, to be honest with you. So let's quickly head over to the bench. Some of these evolutions are actually quite good, and I use them for like rush and whatnot, as well as games. Sancho, yeah. Well, some of them not so much. Sancho's got good pace, and yeah, he's okay. The physical's very low though. Quick step, not great down the middle, but not great. Like I said, I'm repeating myself here, so I'll move on. Trickster, that's for me. That's more like low driven. It just sort of depends on what your preference is. I'm not a big fan. It's not one of my go-tos, but it is like a classic winger playstyle. Scholes, this is the one I use a lot. I use him for rush because he's quite good. The stats are good, passing and dribbling nice and high. Like I said, that's what you want for a central player. And then incisive, long pass and quick tic-tacky. And then he's also got press proven, so he keeps the ball nice and tight, and then he just pings it around the pitch. Yeah, you'd be surprised how well he does. And then Bruno, this is just the standard team of the season card that's added one of them. Which one doesn't he have? Ping pass? No, I'm sure I've added a fourth. Yeah, one of the passing ones wasn't there, and I've added it on. And next up is Keane. This is actually quite a good evolution. This is from quite an old card. This is like the original card. What was it, like 88 or 86? I think I've done quite a lot of evolutions to this. So the stats are okay. They're compared to the cards coming out now, they're a bit low. But yeah, technical, incisive, ping pass, they're not bad. But yeah, he plays well. Not as good as Scholes though, which is why I use Scholes more often. Greenwood, solid player. Next up is Schweinsteiger. So yeah, pretty good stats. This is quite an old card, so it's lasted well. But the passing and dribbling could be higher. And then dead ball, not a fan person. It's good to have, not as a plus though. And then ping pass, rapid. Once again, weird play styles. Dalot. This is one of the two fullbacks I told you about, where I think Vidic is better. Dalot is got a better body type, I'd say, but Vidic is better stats, and I think maybe playstyle. No, not playstyles. So Jockey, that's become my go-to for fullbacks. At the start of the year, I was going with the same mentality as centre backs, with like intercept and anticipate, the two defensive ones. But then when that DeMarco card came out, the pink one, I was like, Jockey's really good at fullbacks. There's just something about the way it moved. I was like, yeah, this works. So I've been quite consistent with that. So that's quite good. And then anticipate and Bruiser, definitely more useful if he's smaller to sort of compensate for the size. But yeah, I think he's like 6 foot or something, isn't he? Yeah, he's about 6 foot. So yeah, I don't know how useful that would be personally. I think like it works with like a Kante kind of card. The next one is Wan-Bissaka, the other fullback. Once again, the stats are okay, but I think Vidic is better. And playstyle wise, intercept and slide tackle. I've been waiting for an evolution to come along that I can upgrade him with, because his stats and everything's low enough. He's got only 2 playstyles, so he fits a lot of evolutions. But I try and like match the stats to the overall so that they can continuously go up. And there's been options to put him in stuff, but it's never been stuff where like the stats keep up with the overall. So I'm going to be patient because, like I said, I've got other fullbacks, so there's no rush to get him in one. Next up is Maguire. He's only recently come out since I took him out to get Berbatov in. He's not bad. The the playstyle pluses are not great. Bruiser and Aerial's useful, but he's already big enough. He doesn't need Bruiser. The defending and physical is quite good. The passing's okay. Dribbling's quite low. Pace is way too low. So he definitely needs an evolution. Same thing with like Wan-Bissaka, as like there's good evolutions you can put him in, but they never do it where like the stats keep up with the overall. So I'm gonna be patient and find the right one because I know a good one's gonna come along for him. Next up is Garnacho. Once again, he hasn't recently come out. I took him out for like when James and Anthony came along, so he's been out for a while. But he's pretty good. Rapid's a good one to have, playstyle wise. Acrobatic. I know he scored that really cool overhead kick, so I get that he has acrobatic, but wouldn't be my first choice for a fullback. The Rashford card, he lasted me so I got quite a lot of games with him. He's lasted me such a long time. The pace is ridiculous. The passing could be higher. I play him as a striker rather than a winger, so think of him as a striker. So yeah, physical, passing definitely need to go up, probably dribbling as well. But he's lasted me a very long time. Only 92 overall though, so if you compare the stats to the overall, he's got pace, shooting, and dribbling all in line with the overall. So that doesn't mean it's a good card, but it means that like it keeps it open to evolution continuously. And then finesse and power shot, two good ones to have as a plus. And he's only got 2, so he fits into lots of evolutions. The last guy is Owen, which I don't think I've played a single game with. I'm not a big fan. Doesn't seem like a very good card. The stats are okay. Ridiculous pace. Finesse, chip shot, power shot. Not a fan of chip shot, and it sort of eliminates it from lots of evolutions. And the last guy is Mourinho, because out of all the managers on the game, I think, all the United managers, I think he is the best one. I think he deserves to be there. I still prefer Fergie to him, though. Okay, that's it. If you've got any ideas for players I should get in, please let me know in the comments. But be realistic. I've got like 2 mil, so I can spend about 2 mil. No, actually, I've got about 1 mil. I don't know how much I have. I have about 1 mil. So yeah, if you can think of any good players for less than that, let me know. I'll try and get them in the team. Thanks for watching.